Welcome back to BG Pythons. I have an update on my Dreamsicle clutch course. Everybody that follows me on Instagram would have seen that I've had a little bit of success. I managed to get 8 fantastic eggs, as you'd have seen before, and all 8 hatched. And so I have, this one's a particularly grumpy baby Dreamsicle. I'm affectionately naming number 2, and you're all right, really, aren't you? Yeah, I couldn't be more overjoyed, really. It's always a great feeling hatching eggs, and you feel that you've got quite a lot of the parameters right to, particularly when you're incubating, to get that right and to get 100% of the eggs hatching, compared to my Woomer clutch, which was, not quite so successful. However, I would say Woomer Python eggs are very tricky to hatch. They're a lot more affected by humidity and any water. If any water gets onto the eggs, you've had it, really. So I'll just take you through the clutch. Again, just a bit of an update. So for incubating these eggs, I incubated at 88 degrees Fahrenheit. I used a sim container, which is just water in there, no substrate, just water, and suspending the eggs on a grid above the water, and that kept the humidity really high throughout. The first egg pipped at 54 days, and the others followed, and they took a bit of encouragement to come out. I initially didn't do any cutting. I just helped once heads were poking through, just to give a bit more space for them to get out. I've got 50% of them already eating frozen forward, so I'm going to go down that route first before I feel the need to maybe try live. I'd be really reluctant to do that. The 3 of them I just left little fuzzy in overnight, and it was eaten, and another one actually struck and coiled round and ate it. So it's a really good start. They're a good size. I haven't weighed them yet. I will get round to sexing these. I'm going to sex the Woomer Python soon as well, probably this weekend. They're growing brilliantly. Are going to be hard to sell those, really, move those on, but I won't be running out of space if I kept them. Anyway, I'll just take you through. I'll just put this little one back, number 2, Dream 2. You can go back in. A little bit on the what I'm keeping them in. I moved, when I first took them out, I put them into a 9-litre rub, and which I can show you is this sort of size. 9-litre rubs, that type of thing, and just with some damp kitchen roll and a water dish, and they, as you can see, they all piled in, got together. As some people pointed out, they looked a little bit like intestines, or gone off sausages, and I let them all stay together, and as each of them shed their skins, I then moved them into an individual 9-litre rub. This is just a really good size, I think, for getting them going. It's not too small, and so they got enough room to stretch out. I've put in, as you can see, I've put in using the Viper bedding hatchling cocoa husk. Keeps the humidity really nice, a nice water dish, and either a toilet roll or a little Exoterra shelter for them, and I find that they're burrowing into the substrate and things. So I think it's a bit nice there. I like I've got the mix with my Woma pythons with the bit of the kitchen roll and a bit of lignosol, so they've got some burrowing. It is really easy to clean out. You can just completely change the substrate really quickly and easily. I haven't got hundreds of hatchlings, so it's not going to be too much of a drama with the 12 that I've got to just keep an eye on them and tidy up. But I really rate the Viper bedding. It's really good. Do recommend it. So that's why I'm keeping them in. So taking you through the oh yes, the other thing is, in anticipation of this clutch coming out, I invested in a hatchling rack which holds the 9 litre rubs. Really useful boxes for those of you who don't know what rub stands for. And I purchased this from is a 10 container sort of rack system, and it's heated by heat cable, goes all the way. It's just off one thermostat. I think it's pretty good value. It's made of the PVC. It comes literally plug and play. Came with all of the tubs and the Habitat thermostat, which is pretty much one of the best non-digital ones out there on the market. It's been around for decades. It's pretty robust, pretty good value. It's over 400 quid. The way I'm looking at it, and it's stackable. I do like the sort of aloe racks and some of the other racks out there. But what I really like about these is, when I haven't got hatchlings, I can use this as storage, because they're just like drawers. Just turn off the heating, but the really useful box is just great for just to put odds and sods like the old the gun, temperature gun, probing kits, tape and all of that sort of stuff. It's got a place to store it. So that was how my mind was working when I got those. Anyway, I keep saying I'm going to talk about the baby hatchlings, so I'll take you through them all. So first up is affectionately known as Smiler. It'd be pretty obvious why. It's got a lovely emoji of the sort of smiley face. It's also the first one out, and so made me smile big time. And it's absolutely gorgeous, looks really great. Second one up is and all of the others I haven't properly named, so as you just got introduced to number 2 at the beginning of this video, so number 2's here, and again, lovely little snake. Was a little bit more grumpy when I took him out the second time. It's like, what the hell's going on? That's understandable, but again, lovely, beautiful looking snake. Number 3, again, really like the sort of balance of colour and how that all comes together. The camera may not really pick up. It's a beautiful orange that they are, and there's different shades of the orange, and as you sort of go through the body and in different light and everything. The great thing about Dreamsicle is, of course, they stay really beautiful into old age. So what I'll do is I'll just go and grab Dad, just to remind you, if you haven't seen my previous video, what Dad looks like. So bear with me. Back here with COVID. Now, COVID's the sire to all of all of the babies, and it is so difficult, as I say, to pick up on the camera how good. Look at all the different shades. There's yellows in there, there's the lavender, of course, still bits of orange. The contrast with the white with the pied influence is awesome. They are just one of the the morphs that stay beautiful, they sort of get better with age, to stay really pretty. A lot of quite nice looking ball python morphs don't look so good when they get to an adult size, but yeah, these still look really stunning. So carrying on, where did I get to? Number 4. Again, let's have a look at number 4. I think it's got quite a lot more colour on, and is, you know, quite a nice balance of all of the bits and pieces. Good-natured uh, ball python. That one seems pretty friendly. It's pretty active. It crawls round. So number 5, I think's got really nice, unusual patterning on its back. I pretty like that one. If I'd be half tempted to keep hold of that as a holdback. We'll see how things go and what the interest is like on these hatchlings. Yeah, just quite a nice balance, and I like the way the tail's quite orange as well, which is quite, you know, pretty cool. What a beautiful little snake. So number 6, as you can see, has quite a lot more white. A little bit of an emoji on there as well, but it's still a very beautiful snake. When I sort of look through it, it's actually, there's quite a bit of white, but it's got a couple of saddles on it, but yeah, sad face. Oh, turns around and it smiles a bit. I like it. Again, number 7, another beautiful snake. Probably a good 2/3 is you know, got the pattern, and then has this nice saddle at the back, and looks pretty nice. It's a lovely little snake. It's got quite a bit of colour and things on, actually, and again an orange tail, which is I quite like. It's got, that's another really nice looking snake. Quite pleased with that one. And then let's have a look at this one. So number 8, well, it's got quite a bit of pattern at the top, at the beginning. It's got quite a bit of white on it, but again, yeah, it's got quite a bit. Number 8's got quite a bit of white on it, but still very beautiful looking hatchling. So that's the 8 that have hatched out. I'm overjoyed to be able to share with you that, because you know, for those 2, it was the first time breeding. As I said, they're both from different countries, so their lineage is, you know, miles apart, which is really quite good. I think the sires have really potentially got something else in him, so really bringing some nice, because he's got some nice colours in him, and so potentially could be something else there. But what I've got is a beautiful healthy clutch of 8, 50% of which are already eating, frozen forward. The others I'll probably be trying again this evening. I'll be putting them onto Morph Market. Probably, obviously, I'm only unfortunately just going to be available in the UK, but you know, if you are interested at all, just reach out to me on Instagram, or you know, find a way of contacting me, or go onto Morph Market, or when they're on there. Obviously, they won't be going for a while yet, because I need to get all of the feed into them. But I will, because I haven't got the numbers. You know, they will be, you know, they'll be handled and in a good place to go. But quick roundup of all of the other things that are going on in the world at the moment at BG Python. So my snake room is still taking shape. It's taking ages, because I can only spend a little bit of time on it, and I'm being a bit tight in terms of you know, getting other people coming in to do things. So I'm now at a stage where I've plasterboarded. The electrician's going to be coming in, and before we actually plaster. I haven't clad the outside yet. I haven't decided what I'm going to go with. Probably oak. So I just like it. Just, again, haven't got round to it, and the weather's not been brilliant anyway for that type of thing. But I'll keep you posted on that. I can't wait to get into there and get out of this room. It's sort of with the babies and the hatchlings and stuff. It's getting a bit squashed in here. But all the other snakes are doing really well. It's that sort of time of year where everything seems to be feeding really well. The bowlins are doing great. I just had another full shed, which is it's about 5.5 feet shed. So I know sheds stretch and stuff, but it just goes to show how much they're growing. Ned, the green tree, it's sort of got tints of green in, but it's still he's still yellow. I think, and I'm hoping he is a male, because now I know that Alagatha is a girl, and there was no need to change any pronouns or anything for her, and she's doing really well. Much prefer them in the horizontal vibs rather than going for height. I think that looks lovely in the evening, seems stretched out. I will be doing the same for Ned when he gets just a little bit bigger. So it's doing really well. All of the Woma pythons are really on it with the food at the moment, so they're sort of bulking. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the you know, if I breed them next year. I really want to get the other male because he looks so different. You know, Podrick, I want to get him in the mix now. He's a lot bigger, and I think he's really ready for some action. And the reticulated python, super dwarf Maddie, has got an extremely strong feeding response, but so I do use the hook just to remind it that mind her that I'm not feeding her. But honest to God, once she's out, as good as gold, just interested in the world around. Brilliant snake. That, do recommend them. Probably not a first timer snake, because it's still you know, that sort of response can be quite daunting, but nonetheless looks beautiful. She's out at the moment, just basking. So again, it's an animal that you'll see quite a bit of, so worth doing. Anyway, listen, thank you for watching. If you are interested in any animals, just reach out. You never know, it could be a bit of a discount in for anybody who subscribes. And I look forward to doing my next video soon. I hope it's a bit sooner, because I've had a bit of a delay. It's been so busy with my work. Anyway, take care, look after yourselves. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button, and if you'd like to make a comment, please do, because it sort of helps with you know, the algorithm, which gives more reach to the videos and stuff, and it makes me really want to get up and do another video. So anyway, take care of yourselves. Goodbye.